Hi, thank you for downloading the video How to Draw a Rose Using Charcoal. The first steps in creating any type of artwork is to set the stage, set the scene. And first you want to get your body relaxed and ready to create, so you would do some light stretching. And I always pull my arm up and back. The other one. And when you are holding a paintbrush or a pencil or a charcoal stick in your hand, you are coming from your core up through your arm and out through your hand. So it's this mechanism that you're just not using your wrist, it's coming from your core, and then you're able to get more of a range of motion. You are able to have that power come out more and be not only confident in the art you create, but within yourself. And so thank you for being here. If you want to create art and let's say you get to the studio space you created and you feel like your energy is off, this has happened countless times to myself and all creatives, and just being a human in general. What you want to do is just create, just go. If you shook out your energy and it's still weird, then create. That will help get it out. Turn the page if you don't like it and start over. And do this a few times until you are able to free out more of that icky, weird, stuck emotion, so you can really align back in with your true self and create beautiful art. So let's get into the materials needed for this charcoal workshop. Now here are the materials that you will need. A large blending tool, size number 8, a more medium size number 6. You will want to have 3 different types of charcoal pencils, soft, medium, hard. Although I will probably mostly use soft, where most pigment will come out. And next you will need a large piece of willow charcoal and a compressed charcoal stick. And this is a smaller piece of willow charcoal. These are the same. And willow charcoal only gets to a value scale of 5, which is why you want the compressed charcoal that can go to a value scale of 10, and this one is a soft compressed charcoal. And if anything, just get these 3. You don't need the pencils, but it's an extra thing. And a dry paintbrush to wipe some of the charcoal around, and a kneaded eraser. So here are the materials needed for the charcoal rose drawing. So now let's get into other ways that we can set our stage before we get into this drawing workshop. So for your paper, you're going to use somewhere around the size of an 18 by 24 inch paper. You can get a sketchbook that size, or you can just buy single sheets of art paper. And also, if this is your first time in any art lesson and you have no previous drawing skill, I would highly recommend a scale tool, and this will just really help you get your proportions right. So you would use the small end and measure the photograph on your computer or printed out. Either way is fine. And then once this is properly scaled on one of the little holes, because it'll make it bigger or smaller. So once you scale it to the small end, you just take it to the big end and you measure it on your paper. Today I will be eyeballing it because I've had experience at this point with drawing and painting, so I pretty much never use the scale tool unless there's a image that I have been struggling with, and then I need to like check my proportions and make sure it's correct if something might look off. So it's a great tool if you need help, and it's also a great beginner tool. And the other thing is, if you've never heard of a value scale, it's basically just shading from the darkest darks to the lightest lights and everything in between in that grayscale. And because it's a black and white charcoal drawing, we are able to really study more of the value scale in this type of lesson. Next, you want to set the scene with a hot drink or beverage choice and some incense or candle to just relax you and get you going, make you feel good and comfortable in a space that you love to create in. I'm very excited that you're here. Thank you for watching this intro video so we can set the stage together and get you ready to feel confident and accomplish something that makes you feel proud and that you're learning new skills. So just keep being patient with yourself. You just showing up is everything. Let's keep going. So this is going to be the large willow stick, and we are going to first pinpoint where we want the drawing to start and end on the top and bottom of the paper. And it looks like the sides, it's kind of like a rectangle type of shape, and so we can do that. And I'm going to start from the outside of the rose in to the center, and first we're going to use the side of the charcoal and we are going to shade. So we're not really starting with the drawing, we are just starting with large shapes of the rose. So we can start looking at the shapes, the darks of the shapes of the rose, moving around. And because it's a square, it really works well for the shape already. We're not even shaping it and it's already doing very well with shapes similar to roses or any form in life, really, because form is all about straight lines and curves, and I would focus more on straight lines, and then you can curve them. The straight lines are really what give that realistic look to any drawing or painting. And so we're just going to keep going in and moving around. So just observe what I'm doing. Observe, remember we talked about the form of the arm and how it's going on the paper. shape over here. Observing is something that really helps. And sometimes when I want to make a line, I use the edge of the willow stick and just moving it around. So we're not even using the brush or blending tool at this point. We are just moving around the pigment. So painting and drawing are all about the moving around of pigment and paint in order to create form.